Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast. From Hovis's Hemi Hideout in Brookshire, Texas, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, we talk to some of the visitors here at today's open house that begins in about 30 minutes. Mr. Mars reviews the new Land Rover Evoque, and Jeff has his feature. This week on 6 ultra-rare pickups is just ahead on this segment of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Our chief engineer and bottle washer, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad that you could join us today. It's always a pleasure to be out here at the Hemi Hideout, and it's going to be an interesting morning. And really looking forward to our interview with Mr. Hovis here. That's coming up in about an hour. And we kind of think struck gold last time. And when we interviewed John, it was more of an interview for everybody that was here at the Hideout, because John likes to sell himself short, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, he does.
You know, he lives here. He works here. This is his passion. And he's very much involved in this entire setup at this beautiful venue that he built. And not by himself, mind you. It took a lot of people. But it kind of engulfs your whole soul when you get here. And John's been here since, obviously, they poured the concrete foundation, and so he knows everything about this place.
Yep.
And what's fun is to talk to him about it and talk to him about his new passion, which is neon signs and porcelain signs, too. And Shelly Gates is here. Shelly is our hostess with the mostest. Is that okay if I call you that? What are you? What is your title? Event coordinator. So when you call the Hemi Hideout and, you know, it goes to answering machine, you're going to hear Shelly's voice, and you leave a message, and she's the one that's going to call you back.
Don't you just ask for the boss?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that who you got when you talk to her?
Yeah.
What, Mars?
I said, isn't that who you get automatically when you're talking to her? You got the boss.
Yep. And that's
What are you doing?
That's
What-
Springsteen.
Are you settled down now
No,
over there?
No,
we're
I'm
working.
not.
We're working.
Okay. Well, you guys just keep doing your thing over there.
Thank you.
Yes. Where did Shelly go?
She went that way.
And you know who else?
She's way back there.
Okay. You know, you want to talk to us? Come on, put on a headset and talk to us. We have another visitor. One of our top fans, Jeff Heitzman, has drove all the way from the coast. We'll call it that. Mm-hmm. The coast all the way out here.
Costa Rica.
To west of Houston in a city called Brookshire, Texas, and this is where the Hemi Hideout is located. By the way, if you're listening and headed this way, don't forget to bring $10 cash per person for admission into the Hemi Hideout open house today. You don't have to bring a hot rod or anything like that. Bring the family car. But children under 12, not permitted. But everybody else has a $10 donation. That money is matched by the Hovis family and given to local charities out here in Brookshire, Texas. So it's a great cause, and I promise you it'll be the best $10 you've ever spent in your entire life.
Absolutely.
Whether you're a car guy or not. You know, the interesting thing about this is that it appeals to everyone that comes out here. And because there's a little bit of something for everybody, including a dinosaur head back over here to your camera left. And
He just pointed at Mike.
he is a dinosaur. There's no doubt about that. Teeth, he can't really match the teeth.
No.
At least he's still got his own.
A couple of them.
And the dinosaur's got lots of them over there in the corner. The beautiful diner is here, and you're going to see it the sweeping video that is not sweeping.
Not just yet.
Okay, we're going to work on that. Okay.
Well, we're waiting on the first break to set that up.
Yep.
Okay. And you're wondering what this neon sign behind us is, and John's going to explain that at 11 o'clock. It is a cowboy. It is half of the sign because it was a two-sided sign originally, and it was kind of dilapidated, and John completely redid it along with the help of Bill Prokrobic, who I don't know whether Bill's going to be here today, but he runs the shop, the restoration shop out in the back 40 back here. And that's Bill's forte is to do all of this wonderful stuff. And it's pretty impressive. Some of the signs that are in here, when John acquired them, they weren't looking anything like they do now.
No.
They're pristine now, and John's got quite an investment here with the signage alone. Not to mention the cars. There's a few cars in here, but it is called the Hemi Hideout for a reason. John's passion, of course, is the Chrysler Corporation's muscle car era from the late 60s through the 70s, and there's other cars in here as well. There's a particular Dodge Power Wagon that's on the other end of the Hemi Hideout over here that truly rings home. It looks better than it did when it rolled off the factory assembly line.
Every one of them do.
Well, they do, yeah. My favorite is still
The one in the corner?
Yep, the black Plymouth back over there.
Yeah, I could go for that.
Yeah, it's got the houndstooth inserts in the interior. It's got a front bench seat, 4-speed on the floor, and I think it's a 383.
I got dibs on the Cuda over there.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
The green one?
It's really a
it's
hard
like
choice to decide.
It's kind of the bluish purple.
Like you said,
No,
that's
it's
a nice
not.
cruiser
No,
there.
it's
but
not.
you go down there and get the lime green Cuda there.
I don't
if
want
you
that.
Go,
it's got way too much horsepower.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Mike's all wound up on horsepower this morning.
He apparently is wound up on
I need
something.
more caffeine.
Well, there's plenty of caffeine. You don't need any of those. You need some chill pills, brother.
There you go.
Yeah? David?
He says everything's A-okay at his end.
And I would check the audio, but my phone's in my truck that Don locked up.
I did not lock it. It's out there. It's open.
It's gone.
Jeff Heitzman is here. He'll go out there and get it
No,
for
he
you.
won't.
Would you go out to the in-wheel time truck and get Mars' cell phone out of there? It's somewhere in there. It's unlocked. It's just out back.
It's on the dash, on a stand.
Whatever. Mars, you know.
Pour yourself a drink while you're out there, too.
Yeah, it's behind the seat.
He's got a hot bottle of Jim Beam under the front
man.
seat.
Hubba, hubba.
You know, I have a story about that.
Oh, boy. It is a 2-hour show.
There was a fella in town by the name of Arch Yancey. I think Arch is. I don't know whether Arch is still alive or not, but at any rate, this jockey worked at KENR, KIKK, big country jock, great personality, great guy. And back in the day, disc jockeys around town would put their name on a band to help the band, and then they would kind of go out and front the band, say, hey, man, here's my band, enjoy it. So this was over at a place called the Western Swing. The Western Swing was about, half a mile west of the Bel Air Triangle.
It's a big place, wasn't it? Wasn't that a
Well,
big...
yeah, it was a pretty good-sized place. And at any rate, Arch's band was playing there this particular night. Buddy and I went. And, of course, it was a Shell parking lot, so kind of like Gillies back in the day. Mm-hmm. It was dust-up kind of parking lot. And we were there, and Arch says, we're taking a break, so let's go out to the car. We went out to the car, and here's this dilapidated Oldsmobile Delta 88 four-door brown with the windows rolled down because it didn't have any air conditioning.
40/40 air.
And he sits down on the front driver's seat and reaches under the driver's seat and pulls out a hot bottle of Jim Beam. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. Makes you want to holler, hi-de-ho.
Is this a long story? Because I got to be at work Monday.
Don't you know? Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
Okay.
So we got our buzz on out there in the parking lot, went back in and had a grand old time. Hello. Here he is. That's Bill Pekrovic. He's the sign guy. He's the everything guy.
He's the man.
I know. And so why don't you sit down over there, Bill? Sit down over this way. Down over there next to Mars. Sit down over there next to Mars, would you? We're going to talk to you. Okay? And you can put your surfboard away because we're not going to be doing any surfing today. But
totally,
he does,
dude.
He kind of looks. He's got that artiste look about him.
Yeah.
And we like it.
Yeah, slide over this way a little bit into the light.
Like he
I know
knows
it's kinda
Annette
early in the
Funicello or
morning to
something.
be out
Into
in
the
the
light. Yeah, we may have to rearrange that light there a little bit. But,
Like he knows Annette Funicello and all the
Yeah.
moondoggies and all that.
Annette Funicello and Moondoggies. What was the name of that? Surfing
Gidget.
USA?
It was a Gidget.
Was it a Gidget?
I think it was a Gidget movie. Elvis does Gidget or something like that.
No, he
Elvis
did a lot
does
of them, but-
Gidget?
Whatever.
Yeah, they had all kinds of.
Thank you, Jeff. We appreciate you.
You're a good man.
And a good man's hard to find.
There you go.
And I could go on and on about that, but I'm not going to.
Thank you.
What questions do you have?
I don't have any questions right now, but you know what I would really like for you to do? Because this is kind of a different kind of a show out here live, and we're going to have guests in and out. How about you doing your 6 ultra rare pickups right here?
Okay.
Are you prepared to do that?
Yeah, I am. Mike's going to help me out with that. We're going to go to a video.
Hey, Mars.
All right. Ultra rare pickups. Jeff has a feature on
Okay, so these are unique. There's more than 6, but there's probably 17, 18, 20 of them. But a few things are as iconic as a pickup truck, which have long married practicality with personality. We're diving into the 6 right now, limited edition or under-the-radar pickups, each with a unique story, design, feature that sets it apart. So the number one that I picked, in no particular order in life, but it's a Chevrolet Corvair Rampside. The pickup truck was built from 1961 to 65, and it was built on a Corvair van platform, which wasn't your typical pickup.
God help
Its
us all.
distinctive design allowed seating up to 9 and included a ramp for easy loading in case you have a large mother-in-law. The next one we have is a Studebaker Coupe Express. The Studebaker Coupe was built from 1937
That
to
is cool looking, though.
1939.
That is a nice looking car.
The mixed coupe, that's how they pronounce it now, Mike, not coupe. Styling with pickup functionality, embodying Art Deco elegance with a 3.6-liter inline-6 packing 90 donkey hauling horsepower. The next one we have is a GMC Indy 500 official pickup truck. In 1977, GMC released a limited edition pickup to celebrate its role with the IndyCar racing. Known for its standout white and gold decals, the Indy 500 official truck became a collector's item, especially among motorsports enthusiasts. The next one we have, a little early, is a Dodge 100 swept side. It's a D100, actually. Dodge styling response to the Chevy Cameo. The D100 swept side from 57 to 59 featured design elements borrowed from a Dodge 2-door wagon with engine options like a 230 cubic inch inline 6 and a 350 cubic inch V8 was the most powerful, and it was eye-catching also. The next one we have is a Studebaker Champ. Studebaker Champ was built 60 to 64. Brought car-like comfort to a light-duty pickup, drawing on the Studebaker Lark's components. The last one we have, again, it's another Dodge. It's a D100 Dude. Don's like that one.
Dude.
It's a Dude. Was
that on the side of it? It said Dude?
No, it had a C-stripe decal. The Dodge D100 Dude was built from 70 to 71, 1 year only, but built for flair.
I'm sorry. If I were going to go buy a pickup truck, it wouldn't be called Dude.
You'd buy the Dudette. There you go.
All right.
Thanks for playing.
You bet. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Bill Pekrovic. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the Odyssey radio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk, and podcasts are ready for you from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream our live 2-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Free tacos again at the Tailpipes and Tacos pre-holiday cruise-in. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos cruise-in returns to the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, November 16th. Bring a new unwrapped toy and get a free breakfast taco. Toys will be donated to Toys for Tots and Houston Children's Charity. Get to the best and one of the last cruise-ins of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, donate a new unwrapped toy, and grab a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. It's the end of the year car show season, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco and camaraderie at Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Bring a toy, get a free Lupi taco, and feel good about heading into the holiday season at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy. Is your car ready for that all-important holiday road trip? Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday, December 7th, and you're invited. Bring your car, truck, or SUV and find out what it'll take to get that thing looking new again. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your one-stop shop for paint detailing, coatings, window tint, clear bras, camera installs, and wheel repair. The Car Social is your opportunity to get a tour of this state-of-the-art facility located at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Join the Car Social Saturday, December 7th, 9 to noon. Talk to other owners and see how good your car can look on the road trip to Aunt Mary's. She'll want that good-looking ride in her driveway, I promise. Put it on your calendar. The Gulf Coast Auto Shield Holiday Car Social and Road Trip Get Ready. Saturday, December 7th, 9 to noon at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. We'll see you then.
Hey, the In Wheel Time Fall Tour continues with Tailpipes and Tacos next weekend, November 16th. Can't believe it's the 16th already.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be
And
good.
Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Hit the Holiday Road Car Social December 7th. We hope you'll stop by the In Wheel Time remote broadcast booth and say hello.
My two favorite things are the Hemi Hideout and, of course, Lupe Tortilla. Those are and well, you got Granberry. I could go on and on.
I know. We do
could.
go to some pretty cool
We-
events.
yeah,
There's
we
no
do.
doubt about it.
And they're a lot of fun.
All right, time now for this hour's car review. Mr. Mars has sat down long enough for him to do a Land Rover Range Rover Evoque.
Oh, boy.
You
I
know,
think they need to title it something longer.
Well, they do, because when you go out there and you look at Land Rover and you look on the internet on their webpage, then it breaks it down into like smaller groups. It's almost like a different company within it. But anyway,
These are British people. They do that sort of weird stuff.
Yeah, they do. So we're talking about the 2025 Range Rover Evoque Dynamic SE is the full official title.
All right.
Now, this vehicle, the Range Rover Evoque, comes in two trim levels, P250S or P250 Dynamic SE. The P250 relates to the powertrain. Mechanically, these vehicles are the same. We were driving the Dynamic SE, small luxury SUV, 5-passenger. There's no third row in this. So outside, you're going to find a lot of the things you expect, like LED lighting all the way around. We had the automatic leveling headlights, which I really think are cool. Had the heated side mirrors. We had a power lift gate. We had a moonroof. We had, and we were rolling on some 19-inch gloss black wheels.
All right.
Now, one thing this had that I thought was kind of unusual for us, it had the cold climate package. Now, this included heated windshield, heated washer jets, headlight power washers, and that's where you find the heated rear seats is in this package, in this option package.
Wow.
So it comes factory with the front heated seats, but you got to get this cold climate package to get the rear heated seats. Leather upholstery throughout. Had 11.4-inch touchscreen up front for the infotainment system. Now, it was pretty reactive, but unfortunately they put a lot of stuff in it, and you got to drill down into it a couple of places that I don't think is necessary, but you just got to get used to it. Got a heads-up display, got 3D surround camera on it, interactive driver display. It had a Meridian sound system, a premium sound system with 400 watts and 12 speakers. So it would fill that cabin up with some nice sound.
Cool.
Now, it has a 2.0 turbo on it, which is standard engine across both trim levels, 246 horsepower, 269 pound-feet of torque, 9-speed automatic. This thing will actually tow 3,968 pounds, which kind of surprised me. The EPA says on premium fuel recommended, the city you get 20, highway you should get about 27, combined look for 22. Now, I drove 252 miles in this car, and I got 21 miles to the gallon across the time I had it. Got selectable drive. You can get the off-road, or you can get into the selectable drive mode. Out on the highway, it's really compliant. I was really impressed with how well and how quiet this little vehicle was out on the highway. Of course, around town, it's pretty nimble, easy to drive, get around in parking lots. It's not a race car. You're not going to get out and race, but it'll keep up with anybody else that's out there if you've got plenty of time to get up there and catch up with them. Now, the base model price on this car, to me, was surprising at $49,900. The interior is kind of very British, if you want to call it that, and the outside of it looks very stylish.
Pip, and cheerio.
Yes. The base trim price that we were driving is $54,900. Now, as tested, got a few little things on it, $61,765.
Whoa.
So it gets up there with the rest of them. However,
quick.
if you go across and look at something like an Audi A3, it's going to start at $39,495. The Volvo XC40 is going to start at $40,000. And even the Buick Envision Sport Touring that I recently had starts at $40,000. So you get into that small luxury vehicle, it kind of depends on what you're looking for and what you want. And, of course, Land Rover's known for their off-road capabilities, so you have to kind of look at it, but it's a very surprising vehicle to be driving.
What's the big difference from the base price up to what you were driving?
Yes.
the features on that are features on a lot of the new cars nowadays. That the heads up and all that, and the heated seats, and
absolutely,
it's amazing.
So it kind of depends. It's an import. What can you say?
Yep.
Is it made in the UK?
I thought it was. I didn't really look to see where it was actually built.
Do you have the Monroney there?
I'm looking here.
They got it.
Let me see it.
He's got it.
You can probably find it. I never looked for that. Just
It's,
because I know it's made all over the place.
Parts here.
U.S.
parts there.
Canadian parts 9%. Major sources of foreign parts content. United Kingdom 54%.
There you
Germany
go.
15%. Assembly point Halewood, the UK. Country of origin engine UK. Transmission USA.
Hale, would you
So
say?
it's a global vehicle.
Yeah, I think almost all of them are that nowadays. I mean, well, there's a few of the Americans, I guess. The big three aren't. But
The only thing is not wearing a sombrero. So it's not. There's no assembly in Mexico or anything like
we'll
that.
have to see what we can do
But
about
you
that.
can-
There's going to be all sorts of stuff going on here in the next year with U.S. auto manufacturers, because there's going to be some major tariffs on stuff that is made outside the United States. And I don't know whether our agreement with Mexico and Canada is going to hold up. Well, I don't know what's going to happen.
So
And
you-
neither do the car manufacturers.
You could actually buy that car, use it, and drive to a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
A Tex-Mex.
We
You
did.
could go to Lupe Tortillas.
We
in
did
car.
do that once.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Where'd you go?
Well, to the local place, Sombreros is what it's called, actually.
God. It's called Sombreros?
Yeah.
And what city is it in?
It's in Nederland, of course.
It's
Where
in
else
Nederland.
would you go?
Is that the only Tex-Mex place in
Oh,
Nederland?
no. Oh, no. That's just the closest one.
So last night at dinner,
We have a big selection.
I want to know what they are.
Casa Grande is down the highway. The recent place is they're reopening it up. They haven't got a new name on it, but they served a bunch of drunks, and somebody got hurt, so they got sued, closed down. But
That's
they're
what
reopening.
happens in Niederville.
And then Carmela's is there. And then
That's Italian, isn't it?
no.
Carmela's?
Carmela's Mexican food
From the
restaurant.
south side of
Okay.
Italy.
And that's not
spaghetti-
counting Juanita's on
Juanita's.
Nederland Ave.
Uh-huh.
And then that's all in Nederland proper. But then you can go across the street and you can get over into Port Neches, and there's 3 or 4 more.
It sounds like a dry cleaner.
We have a large selection of Mexican food restaurants.
Well, last night David and Donna joined us, and Donna had mentioned she just had a birthday a week or so ago, so we told the restaurant, and they celebrated her birthday in the restaurant. It was
And
awesome.
and she kept that sombrero on for the rest of the evening.
Oh, did she?
She's taking selfies with it.
Yeah, she really wanted to take it home, I'm sure.
It
But
fit her well.
They grabbed
She
her
looked
as she
good.
was walking
Yeah,
out the door
yeah.
with it.
Yeah, hey, you can't take that. Amazing.
Man.
So who we got at the end of the table?
Bill Pekrovic. But
There
you
you
know,
go.
I don't want to start him yet.
Okay, well,
I want to start
So
him
you
at the
just sit
bottom.
here.
You can just sit
Just
there and
sit
wait.
Just sit there and be calm,
Get
okay?
sun.
Just calm down, all right? You know, we were talking about what's going on with the presidential election.
Yeah,
And
let's do that.
And it just so happens that I might have some news stories about that.
I can't wait for the ads to come back.
What political ads?
Oh, yeah. I'm just missing them.
Oh, my God.
My wife was complaining about the ads, so she decided, the election's over, that's going to stop. I mean, boom, we went out to eat the other night with some friends. Her phone's lighting up. People want money to pay off the campaign debt.
Do you know
The campaign debt for Kamala.
Yes.
You know, there's the people put the yard signs in their yard. I think I voted for a realtor. I did. Looking at the signs, I think D.R. Horton Homes. I need a home.
Did you find him on the boards?
So here's the story. Former President Donald Trump's return to the White House will likely send the automotive industry into a period of uncertainty on electric vehicle regulations, incentives, and trade. Trump might loosen stringent requirements and take the pressure off vehicle manufacturers sprinting to keep up with the Biden administration's aggressive electrification timeline. The story from Automotive News. Trump also will have a Republican Senate as the GOP picked up at least 2 seats and defended its existing ones. It was unclear whether Republicans would hold their slim majority in the House, according to published reports. I don't know I didn't read the news this morning. I didn't have time. As president, Trump may take steps to further isolate Chinese vehicle and parts manufacturers to protect the domestic supply chain. However, the new administration can be expected to target Biden-era tax credits to the detriment of manufacturers that have invested heavily in new electric drivetrains in an effort, in an effort to keep up with the global market. Key for the domestic industry's long-term survival, additional tariffs on foreign component manufacturers would also lead to higher vehicle costs, further straining demand. Trump victory leads to a lot of immediate volatility in the transportation policy space, according to John Miller, who covers sustainability policy for TD Cowen's Washington research groups and polls. It's a big mess. Well, anyway, Trump's victory highlights how polarized politics and flip-flopping priorities are besetting an industry in the midst of an enormous transition. The automotive world's long development timelines appear to be incompatible with the nation's rickety political whims, with the current presidential administration demanding a full speed-ahead economic shift to a new technology, and the next one poised to slam the proverbial brakes. The complexities within just the new Trump administration include open hostility toward the electric transition and a cozy relationship with Tesla CEO Elon Musk. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out.
Yeah.
You know, I heard part of a story, and if I caught it right, California has a mandate that next year they got to have 35% of the vehicles got to be emission-free.
Well,
and that's a mandate, and they're saying they're going to hold to it.
Okay.
So it's going to be real interesting to see how all this political stuff plays out
good
here.
for them.
Yes, it is. I think that the whole world is kind of on needles and pins, especially in the automotive industry, as to what's going to happen with the new administration on January 22nd.
Any you want to take any wagers on how fast the Hellcat's coming back?
You know, Stellantis, I just hope that Stellantis can survive, because their sales down the toilet, they're hurting. Dealers are hurting. They are discounting some of their top nameplates, like the Jeep Wagoneer. And I've got a story on that, too, that I'll read at a later time.
I think all four of us should be the head of Stellantis.
I think not. I don't want to have anything to do with any of that.
I'm just wanting the $28 bazillion they get.
Well, there's that.
Well, yeah.
Hey, today's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is sponsored by the group of original Lupi Tortilla restaurants in Houston, Beaumont, and College Station, Gulf Coast Auto Shield, and Pro-Am Auto Accessories. We'll continue our show from the Hemi Hideout in Brookshire, Texas, right after this quick break.
The holidays are upon us, and Pro-Am Auto Accessories is your local one-stop for the auto enthusiast on your gift list. Pro-Am Auto has been serving Houston since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am was one of the very first distributors in the U.S. for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbeau, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier shopping corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse and showroom with installation and service bays. Pro-Am reaches a worldwide audience through ProAmAuto.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. Holiday gift giving is alive and well at Pro-Am Auto. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.